Yay, it worked. It actually worked. Good morning, guys. Not sure who's out there. All right, let's get this started. Okay, we got the recording on. Awesome. I'm so happy. I've been trying to go live a few times, and you know how it is. There's a great opposition always trying to stop you. Good morning. All right, girl, you guys are gonna be on my selfie, okay? Let me see here. Now we're gonna get started. We're gonna do all right. Good morning, Sally Femeria. I'm happy you're here. We are gonna be doing something fun today. We're gonna be cold calling because it's Monday and we gotta go get this money, okay? And I was a little apprehensive this morning because I was like, is my live gonna work? Because the last couple times I tried to go live for whatever reason, it did not work. But we keep trying, we keep persisting. And in Jesus' name, we are live. So let's go. It's going to be Celia. Okay, girly. Happy you're here. Good morning. Happy Monday. So let's go ahead and get the party started. You guys are with me as I'm doing a quick post on Instagram. Come hang out with me on YouTube, and we're doing live cold calling to probate leads. Yeah, we tried this last time going live on Instagram while we were cold calling, and yeah, it doesn't work very well. So if you want to see me cold call live, then you got to get on YouTube, right? So that's the plan, folks. Well, I'm happy everybody's here. Happy Monday. Did everybody have a weekend full of love? I hope so. We actually took our daughter to um, the Capybara Cafe. Does anybody know what a capybara is? Okay, because I didn't know what a capybara was, and my daughter Shirley did. Um, Facebook? No. Capybara Cafe is an animal, is a capybara, and they're actually, it's kind of weird because they're the considered the largest rodent, okay? So it's kind of weird that you want to hang out with a rodent, all right? But these capybaras are very popular, and there's a whole cafe for them. Let's cold calling. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm trying to do, 40 things at once. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. Um, and there we go. There we go. Um, Yeah, a little glamorous for them. There you go. Boom. Done, 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 done. Thank you guys for your patience. So yeah, so we got our life filled of love with capybaras, and they're very cute animals. They make the same exact noises as gerbils, like, and but we did have a beautiful time with family. And the most important thing that I always think about on Valentine's is beyond romantic love, which is what Valentine's Day is known for, but ultimately God's love. And God loves you, and He loves me, and He is with us today, believing in that. I do carry my faith very strongly in the probate business. I also believe that God gave me probate. Most of you that have watched my channel, I never knew anything about probate. And I was at a point in my business where I wanted something with more depth. I wanted something that was more meaningful. And boom, I get this crazy probate case, okay? And these family was in dire need of somebody to help them, and probably most realtors that would have gotten that opportunity would have been like, deuces, like, nice, like, I wish I could help you, ma'am, but I can't, right? And I've actually had quite a few people reach out to me and actually join my mentorship because they have gotten probate opportunities, and their team leaders or their brokers have told them, don't worry about, don't mess with that, just pass it on, refer it out to someone else, don't get involved, right? And that's why there is such an opportunity for those that do want to engage in probate real estate. Okay. So I believe God gave it to me as almost like a ministry and a way to make money at the same time. Okay. And so I'm always challenged in probate. I'm always something different. And, I've been doing real estate, guys, since I was 18. Okay. I know that's only like a few years ago, but, after you sell, hundreds of houses, like it gets a little old. You know what I mean? And so this for me was just kind of going to that next level and doing something deeper with deeper purpose, more challenging transactions, right? But I love it. And I thank God every single day for probate. And probate always connects you, I believe that when you make your phone calls, God will connect you with the people that actually need your services and need your help. One of the biggest things I hear people in my group talk about is that the people on the other end, not everybody, and we're going to do some cold calls together today, so we will see, because sometimes you get some angry people, okay? But a lot of times people are really thankful that you called, and they're looking for information, and they're looking for how to go about all this, because as we know, families usually only go through probate once or twice a lifetime. And then, you're not sure of how to sell the house, when to sell the house, what do I do with all the stuff? What about my brother? What about the attorney? Right? There's a lot of questions. So we provide, pretty much like a guiding light through that process, right? And that's why, I love it. I'm still doing it. And now God has even blessed me even more so that now I'm able to train people, about the business, right? Because it's not just happening in my city, it's not just happening in my town. Probate is happening all over the world. Probate is even happening in Peru, in Mexico, in Italy, in Dubai, right? Why? Because everybody will pass away at some point, and when you pass away, you're passing your inheritance down to your generations. Okay. So this is truly a global opportunity that we all have. And I believe that you will be blessed as much as I've been blessed to be in this business and to help families in this situation. So, welcome. With all that being said, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. There's no better way to start a Monday than to make some cold calls. How we start our week is how our week is going to flow, okay? So for me, making cold calls is another day, another dollar. So I thought this will be nice for us. This is part of our 2026 initiative, partnering with agents that are going to dominate 2026. We're not just going to survive. We're not going to be those realtors that are out there getting jobs. We're not going to be those realtors that are saying that there's no opportunity, there's no business. I haven't been able to get a deal. I haven't been able to, do anything. Nothing's working. No, cancel. Not going to be a part of that group. Okay. We're going to be a part of the group that dominates. We're going to be a part of the group that finds opportunities. We're going to be a part of the group that attracts opportunities. Okay. And the people that dominate and do very well in this market, let me tell you guys, we are taking the market share. Okay. In 2027, I believe we should see some relief. Like everything that they've set out there is 2026. We're basically following the same trend as 2025. Foreclosures are going up, like houses are still not selling despite interest rates coming down, despite the things that they've been trying to do. There's still a tug of war in the real estate market. From what I'm seeing, it's basically like it's a have to sell market. It's a have to buy market, right? It's people that say, like, I got a job relocation, so I have to buy a house because they don't want us rent a house, right? Which I still am a firm believer because there's a whole little conversation out there right now that it's better to rent. Don't believe the lies, guys. Do not believe the lies. There was a if you're, I'll show you a little side of my conspiracy theorist, side of me. Is they put out a few years back at the World Economic Forum or whatnot, and they said by 2030 you will own nothing and you will love it. Don't believe that. That is the globalists. That is the people. That is the big companies of the world that are trying to keep us poor. Okay, want us to be dependent on the government. That's not going to happen. We are going to be wealthy. We are going to own real estate. We are going to have properties. Okay, so it's in your best interest that you find a way to buy a piece of real estate. It's all throughout our history. People have gotten wealthy by owning real estate. And there's this big debate going on right now about the taxes, about the insurance, about the mortgage, all the things, but it doesn't matter. The bottom line is you're buying into an asset that over time will be paid off and it will appreciate in value. Yes, right now we're seeing a little bit of a downward trend in the real estate market. But if you go back and you look at tax records and you look at like over a 20-year period of time, somebody that bought a house, let's say in, 2000, okay, they bought a house in 2000. I bet you a banana split, that house is worth double what the person paid for it, if not more than that. Okay. So nobody's going to sit here and tell me that I'm losing money by buying a piece of real estate. That's a lie. Okay. They don't want us to own real estate. They wanna own everything. The government and all that crazy stuff that's come out right now with the Epstein files. I'm not gonna get me started on that. But yes, so we have to keep helping people buy and sell properties. Okay. But what's happening now is basically people have to buy or they have to sell. Now a little, aha moment here. Woohoo! That's a win for probate, right? Because guess what probate is? They have to sell, right? They don't want to sell, they have to sell to settle the estate, okay? So this is a great niche to be in. I was making a lot of money, okay, and making it way easier the last 5 years in real estate. When I got into probate around 2020, I was making a lot of money and I was making it very easy and I was still doing probate. But guess what? Now the market is tightened up. It's a bit of a tug of war. And guess what? I'm still selling houses. I'm still providing for my family and I'm still making money. Do the houses take longer to sell? Sure, okay. But I'm working with a motivated seller that has to sell the house and is realistic with what to sell it for, okay? And that's the big difference now. So you want to make sure that as we move into this, as we continue to, the market continues to tighten, that you're focusing on a lead generation activity. You're focused on a consumer that has to sell, or if you like to work with buyers, that has to buy, right? Not people because just like, oh, it'd be nice, or oh, yeah, that'd be great. Those people aren't selling and buying right now. Okay. Maybe things will change. Who knows? We don't have a crystal ball. But as of now, those people are not selling and those people are not buying. Okay. So let's get this party started. We are going to make some cold calls together. Okay. And you can see a day in the life of Carolyn. The chat is live. I know Celia was there. I'm not sure if she still is. Hit me up in the chat if you have questions. When you cold call, it's not like back to back calls. So there is like downtime. Okay. So I don't mind to answer questions or connect with you guys during that time. So I'm going to go ahead and get my dialer set up. I am calling, with Mojo, which is a 3-line dialer. Okie dokie. All right, let's give it a Girl Scout go. So the way Mojo works is you have to call into the dialer.
Using your touchtone phone, please enter your PIN number. You are now logged into the Mojo dialer. Please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
All right, we're doing it. Let's see if I can find where I am.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 9547777.
A question I get a lot is, do you leave voicemails? No, I don't. Let's see if I can. Good morning, Brittany off Florida. Let's see.
Forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 4.
Yeah, so our goal always, when we're making cold calls is to, hi, good morning. I was hoping you
Leave your message for 9548.
Now, my goal is always to get one appointment a day. Okay.
Check the number and dial again.
My goal for the week is 5 appointments a week. Okay. So you've got to gauge that in how you're calling. Because for me personally,
Been forwarded to voicemail.
let's say that you're only going to call 2 times a week, right? Which don't necessarily recommend, but I'm just saying, like, if my goal is 1 appointment a day, right? Because I'm calling 5 times, I'm calling every day. So I only need to get 1 appointment during each calling session, with the goal being 5 appointments a week, right? Humongous shout out to my group. Last Tuesday, so every Tuesday we actually cold call together as a group. We all get together. on Zoom. So everybody's in their respective markets and we're all cold calling. It's a lot of fun. Yes, good morning. I was hoping to speak with Sarah. Yes, good morning, Sarah. This is Carolyn Castillo. We were reaching out regarding a pending probate case your family has in Broward County. Can you hear me, ma'am? One moment.
No.
Yes, good morning. Yes, this is Carolyn Castillo. We were reaching out, ma'am, regarding a pending probate case your family has in Broward County. Yes, ma'am. We wanted to inquire if the family might be considering selling the property that's in the estate. You said it's not for sale? I'm so sorry, ma'am. I can't really make out what you're saying. Can you repeat that? Oh, okay. Can you hear me okay, Sarah? Oh, gotcha. Yes, ma'am. We work with families here in Broward County that inherit property, through probate or trust. And so we saw that there was a recent probate case for the estate of your family, and so we wanted to just call and see if it might be something you're considering. Okay. I'm gonna try to give you a call back because I cannot make out anything that you're saying. Okay, I will try to give you a call right back on this number, okay? Guys, I literally tried, but I don't know if it's her line or what, but I cannot hear that lady. I'm just gonna put, I contacted her. Contact. Okay, let's see if it'll. Whew, that was hard. That was tough because it was like I heard her talking, but
Record your name.
literally could not hear anything. Like I heard like a little. I do not do wholesaling. Hi, good morning. I was hoping to speak with Craig.
Who?
Craig Wilson?
No, no, no. This number is incorrect.
Oh, okay. We were calling in regards to the estate of Florence Ferguson.
No, Craig Wilson does not own this number.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I was seeing some people in the chat. Hold on. Trying to do multiple screens here. Um, do you do wholesaling? No, girly, I don't do wholesaling. Yeah, I mean, technically you could do wholesaling, you know, but it just depends for me personally, it depends on your like objective. So like
It's a voicemail. The person you're trying to reach.
A lot of times, wholesalers that I've met, they're just have like their hands in their pocket, so they're trying to get the lowest possible price for the seller so that then they can get the highest possible price from the investor and then take the cut out the middle, you know? So it kind of goes against what I believe in, which is helping the family get as much money as possible, right? And then
Been forwarded to voicemail.
as a realtor, you're getting a commission for your services, I do teach how you can charge a premium. So yes, you can be paid more than the basic, realtor gets paid. So in my opinion, it's like that's your wholesaling fee, just your service, and you're doing good by the whole community. It's had no name. You're doing good by the whole community. Like you're being blessed, the seller's getting blessed, the new buyer's getting blessed. Um, but I have had it where like
Has been forwarded to voicemail. The person.
I have had it where when I was personally buying, so like if you're personally gonna buy these,
Oh, at the time.
um, and you make them a fair market cash offer, and then you don't want to close on it, and then you pass it to somebody else. But like that's why I said it's all about like the intent of the wholesale, because most wholesalers that I have come across, their intention is to beat down the seller as much as possible so that they can get the biggest snag out the middle. So you know. But if you're gonna wholesale, like, and it's just, a simple wholesale
You can't leave a message because the person.
where you were able to, you know, give the family fair market offer. Hi, I was hoping to,
Leave your message for.
then I think, sure, wholesale, but it's a little bit different of a vibe, if that makes sense. And yes, I do do coaching.
If you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if the.
I do coaching. I'll put a link here. Definitely book an appointment with me if you're interested. Basically will teach you everything that I know about probate real estate, and you could start it in your neck of the woods. I'll put my link here.
Been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Believing in a pickup. Believing in a pickup.
Yeah,
Good morning. I was hoping to speak with Ginger.
this is Ginger. How may I help you?
Yes, good morning, Ginger. My name is Carolyn Castillo. We were reaching out regarding a pending probate case your family has in Broward County.
It's been closed and done and completed. Thank you very much.
Okay, wonderful. We did want to, she hung up on me. Um,
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 30.
Listening live from the gym. Let's go, Carlos.
Hi. If you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Getting your appointment vibes on. Absolutely. Getting some cold calling in your system. Yeah, dude. It's all about how we start our day, guys. It's all about how we start our day. Working out, spending time with God, our goals, thinking about why we're doing what we're doing. Um, I posted this thing last week from Alex Hermosi. He was doing it's pretty cool. He's doing live Q&As, and so I was able to jump on one of them. And a guy had actually said something about cold calling. And he was like, yeah, I want to stop cold calling, and provide for my family through AI, like something like that. You go back and probably hear exactly what the question was. And then Alex Hermosi, hi, good morning. He's like, you know, providing for your family is the highest honor that anyone can carry.
Hi, thank you for calling Salon Centric.
Shoot, I should have took that number out. Providing for your family is the highest honor of work that you can do, you know? So if your job, like I know Carlos makes his cold calls, I make my cold calls, I know Celia makes her cold calls, like let that sink in, right? Just let that sink in. Like we're not just cold calling, right? We are providing for our families, like that I love how he put that, is don't look at it like, oh, I'm just, digging a hole, but so he then goes and takes it even further and he gives them an analogy of like some Chinese proverb or something like that. And he says in there, they asked three people um what they were doing, and they were doing like hard labor, like working on some stone or something, like very labor intensive work, and the first guy was like, oh, I'm working so hard, I'm so tired, the work never ends, like my back hurts, like the guy was just all with his complaints about the work, then the next guy goes and they say, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm providing for my family. I'm here working, providing for my family, right? Then the third guy takes it to a whole nother level. And the third guy goes, I am building a cathedral that is going to last generations and is going to create a legacy for future generations, something like that, right? And
Calling session is now complete.
okay,
All
first
records
leads, nobody answered.
all buttons and advanced filters. To log out of the dollar, simply hang up your phone now.
Okay, let's go to the next list.
Please press the OK button on your screen and follow the prompts to the call wizard.
So it was just like so cool because it was all about the perspective of what you're doing, why you're doing it. Good morning. I was hoping to speak with
Please leave your
Sean.
message for
It's not, oh, I'm over here cold calling. This sucks. No, I'm here providing for my family, you know?
please leave your message for
Or even better, I'm here creating a legacy for my family that is going to last generations, right?
Hi, this is Allison. Please leave a message.
So it's all about our perspectives and how we see it and how we look at it. Pretty deep, right? Pretty damn deep. I know. And Alex Hermosi is good for that. Um, any recommendations for a good skip tracing company?
You record your name and reason for calling. I'll see if this
I use Smart Skip. They're pretty good. It's pretty much like I think it's, now that I know as much as I know about AI, I think they just have it like an AI app that does it. But they're pretty good. You upload the list. You upload the list and then it just spits it right out. Yeah, it gives you more numbers than you'll ever know what to do with. Yeah, so put some purpose, guys, behind what you're doing. Don't just do it because anything that we do is going to be hard. That's the truth. I'm in a really powerful group called the Wolf Pack and EXP Realty, and it's a huge group of very high performing professionals, real estate professionals, very successful realtors that do all kinds of different things. Hi, I was hoping to speak with Patricia.
Hey, this is Kathy. Leave me a message or call you back.
It's the right number. Um, and but one thing that you'll take away. Hi, I was hoping to speak with Patricia. Hello, Patricia. I'm close to one. I could feel it. Um, hi, I was hoping to speak with Liliana.
Jason Whitelaw, President Stephen speaking.
Oh, I apologize. I have the wrong number.
Oh, okay.
I do not do the law firms. So if the law firm answers,
No. Tell him, please
I
record.
don't engage with them in that way, you know. Um, wait, what was I just saying? I just forgot. Okay, so a lot of very powerful people in my group, and but
Your name and reason for
even if
calling.
they're doing social media, if they're doing YouTube, if they're doing cold calls, if they're doing direct mail, if they're doing networking, no matter which direction you go in this business, and there's a lot of them that you can aim, okay? No matter which direction, none of them are easy, guys. None of them. And I've sat under and listened to so many of them, and everything requires skill. Everything requires everything requires consistency, okay? Everything requires the right mindset, okay? So there is no easy button. So when you can figure that out, that hey, I'm gonna start cold calling probate leads, and guess what? You're gonna come into opposition. You know, you're gonna come into issues. Hey, I'm gonna go on social media and I'm gonna start doing YouTube videos.
Hello?
Good morning. Yes, I was hoping to speak with Dennis.
Speaking?
Dennis, this is Carolyn Castillo. We were reaching out, sir, regarding a pending probate case your family has in Pinellas County.
Say that again?
Yes, sir. My name is Carolyn Castillo, and we were reaching out regarding a pending probate case your family has in Pinellas County for the estate of Williams, guys.
Right.
Yes, sir. We were calling to inquire if the family might be considering selling the property that's in the estate.
Yeah, it is not considering selling any of the properties. So that's a non-starter, sorry, but.
That's okay.
None of it's for sale.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, not a problem. Would it be something the family will consider down the road, once probate is
No.
finalized and stuff? Okay.
No, it's going to the beneficiaries and they're not gonna sell it, not that I know of, so,
Okay.
I can't help you.
Not a
Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. We always ask twice, right? So no, we're not gonna sell, but then just take that next step and ask one more time, Sometimes the people are like, oh yeah, after probate, yeah, we're definitely gonna sell. Like, why didn't you tell me that the first time? So yeah, guys, just there's no easy button, guys. So stop looking for it.
Who did?
Hi, this is Carolyn Castillo. I was hoping to speak with Roy.
What is this about?
Ma'am, we were contacting him regarding a pending probate case he has in Pinellas County.
What's that?
Pending yeah, a probate for the estate of Robert Miller.
I don't know what you're talking about. Say that again?
Ma'am, we were hoping to speak with Mr. Roy Miller.
Yeah, what is it about again? What are you saying?
The probate case for Mr. The estate of Robert Miller.
There is no Robert Miller. Goodbye.
I'm not gonna delete that lady because she was just has no idea. So I'm just gonna go to the next number on that one. I love people that entertain your conversation all the way to the point and they tell you, oh no, you have the wrong number. You're like, you could have led with that. You could have started with that.
Hi, this is Robin.
Good morning, Robin. This is Carolyn Castillo. We were reaching out regarding a pending probate. Carolyn Castillo.
Okay, hi.
Hello. We were reaching out regarding a filing in Hillsborough County for the estate of Lillian Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to inquire if the family may be considering selling the property.
Yeah, we're taking offers, so if you can text me what you guys are thinking, even if you want to do a unofficial appraisal. Are you located in Florida or another state?
Yes, ma'am. We're in Florida and we do work locally in Tampa. My records indicate the property is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay. And then has the property been updated at all, or is it in need of any repairs that would affect the value?
it has not been updated.
Okay. So is it pretty original but in good condition, or is it in need of repairs?
Repairs.
It needs repairs. Okay,
Can I give you my email and they can send me a
yeah,
offer?
yeah, absolutely. What's a good email for you? Okay. And is this a good number I can text you on? Okay, okay, perfect. And then just to confirm, I have the property here is located on West Idlewild Avenue. Okay, okay, I wanted to make sure it's the right property. So we're actually a real estate company that works with families that inherit property, either through probate.
Yeah, we're good. We're good with all that. We're just taking offers. So I gotta go. I'm getting ready for work.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay, no problem. And so what we do is we do provide with cash offers. Oh, she hung up on me, guys. She hung up on me. Well, I mean, that one I'm not gonna like go over the moon for, but they want a cash offer. So I want to set an appointment. This to me is not really a qualified situation, but if the investor would want it, but it's not really. I want to set an appointment with her so that I can really talk to her. But she did give me her information. So I'll tag it in. One second, let me write this in. So they're probably getting a lot of calls. So she's saying, yeah, send it in, send it in. But I'm not excited about it at all. But I'll take it. I'll take it in. Sometimes with situations like that, you can just work with your investor. If you have an investor that you work with and you could just tell him, kind of give him the tip on it, and then see what offer the investor would actually send, and present it if the investor is interested. All right, let's jump back in. Let me look at these comments, see if there's anybody else. What else, guys? What could I help you be of service of my time here? Um, hi, I was hoping to speak with.
You do.
Good morning. I was hoping to speak. Good morning, sir. This is Carolyn Castillo. I was hoping to speak with James.
Yes, what can I do for you?
James, this is we were reaching out regarding a pending probate case your family has in Hillsborough County.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We just wanted to inquire if your family might be considering selling the property that's in the estate.
Not at this present time, but thanks for the call.
Oh, okay, sir. I appreciate that. Is it something you may consider, down the road, once probate's finalized?
Maybe. Thank you.
Oh, he said maybe, and then he hung up. Nah, we're looking for the yeses, guys. We're looking for the yeses. One of the biggest things I coach realtors on is we're not convincing anybody to sell their house, okay? You either
Hi, you've reached Justin Corbett. Please leave a message and I'll get
you
back to you as soon
either
as possible.
want to sell your house or you don't want to sell your house. Okay. So think about this. If somebody cold called you right now and they asked you, do you want to sell your house? I either, like me personally, I don't want to sell my house. Right. So, like, if a cold caller called me, there's nothing under the sun.
Announcement. No one is available.
There is nothing under the sun that is going to make that cold caller to convince me that I'm going to sell my house. There's just not, right? So I see that all the time. And good morning, I see that all the time in realtors. They're always like trying to convince people to sell their house or like try to getting them to like be motivated. Like, well, are you sure? And do you know the market? And
Voicemail. The person you're
let me
trying to reach
send you
is
some
available.
information and da da da. No. Our job as a professional prospector, as a professional cold caller, providing for our families. Hi, I was hoping to speak with Tiffany.
This is Tiffany.
Good morning, Tiffany. My name is Carolyn Castillo. We were reaching out regarding a pending probate case your family has in Hillsborough County.
Can you say that again for me?
Yes, this is Carolyn Castillo. We were reaching out regarding a pending probate case your family has in Hillsborough County.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we just wanted to inquire if the family might be considering selling the property that's in the estate.
Not at this moment.
Okay, okay. Is it something that you guys may consider, down the road once probate is finalized?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. And that's why we were giving you a call today. We're a real estate company that works with families that inherit property, either through probate or trust. Our records indicate the property here is located on West Gray Street in Tampa. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct. Watch out, Cardi.
Okay. And is it a two-bedroom, one-bath house?
2 bedroom, 1.5. Can you hold for me just 1 second?
Okay, okay, perfect. And then, best of your knowledge, does the property have any recent updates that would affect the value or any needed repairs that would affect the value based on the condition? Oh, can you hear me, Tiffany? I think you might be on mute. Hello, Tiffany? Dang it, what happened? Tiffany, are you there? Okay, the line just went silent. So but she's still there. It doesn't show she hung up. So we're gonna, let's redial it. See what happens. Tiffany, she said yes. After probate, she said yes. Nope, she didn't answer. Dang it, Tiffany. We were so close. Uh, do you ever work with wholesalers? I like your style and your approach, very straight to the point. Yeah, that's my style. Good morning, sir. My name is Carolyn Castillo. I was hoping to speak with Richard.
Yes, please.
Good morning. We were reaching out regarding a pending probate case your family has in Hillsborough County.
What about it?
Sir, we wanted to inquire if the family might be considering selling the property that's in the estate.
Not at this time.
Oh, okay. Is it something that you guys may consider, down the road once probate's finalized? Bang, bang, bang. He hung up. We are looking for the yes, guys. We are looking for the yes, and it's coming.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll
Yeah, I typically don't work with wholesalers, just because I have my own buyers. You know what I mean? Hi, good morning. I was hoping to speak with Sarah. Sarah Escobar. Okay.
been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying.
Okie dokie artichoke. Yeah, so let's see. Something good's coming. Something good's coming. Something else fun, I actually did this weekend. Not only did I get to see capybaras, which was a first for me. Anybody in the chat know what a capybara is? Okay, because I did not. But my daughter put me on to what a capybara is, and we went and hung out with them. But I even did something even cooler on Friday night. We actually, my husband and I, were in a car club because we own a lowrider that actually has hydraulics, which is really fun. And we're a part of a car club, and our car club got invited to participate in the Night of Shine. So I don't know.
Forwarded to voicemail.
I don't know if you know what that is, but the Night of Shine is an event put on by Tim Tebow. And it's basically for people that are with disabilities and Down syndrome or any type of disabilities, learning disabilities, things like that. And they basically put on a huge prom for them that is a
Forwarded to voicemail.
pretty spectacular event. And so we actually escorted a group of boys to the prom in the lowriders, okay, bouncing all around. Hi.
Please leave your message for
That had no name. That made me nervous. And they not only had a blast riding in the lowriders, but then when we pulled up, it was quite the scene. And then they got to escort, got out of the car, like kind of made this whole big deal. Everybody was taking pictures of them. So that was a lot of fun. That's how my weekend started on Friday night, which was Friday the 13th. And then, so it was actually
You can't leave a message because the
a
person.
really blessed weekend thinking back on it. Yeah, so Night of Shine, check it out. It happens uh, all over the United States and different cities. And I think they said that the one that was close by me in Jacksonville
Has been forwarded to voicemail.
was the biggest Night of Shine in the whole country. So it was huge. There was thousands of people there. And it was so amazing just to see them all dressed up.
The person you called.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was super cool. Um, all right, the appointment is on its way. So let's see, we've been in the dialer for 38 minutes. We've dialed a total of 40 people.
Leave a message because the person you.
It says I've had 7 contacts, even though I feel like I haven't, but maybe I have. That's why I always tell people track your numbers because I'll talk with realtors and they'll be like, I've made so many calls and nobody's picking up the phone and I haven't spoken to anybody, and I'll say, yes, good morning, sir. My name is Carolyn Castillo. We were reaching out in regards to the property located on Tabia Island Drive in Apollo Beach.
Okay.
Oh, okay, sir. We were actually reaching out to see if the property was going to be sold, and I did just verify it is listed for sale. So I apologize. We got the information we needed. Thank you. That one was already on the market. Now, some of these leads that I'm calling right now, it's interesting because I don't think they're in probate. I think that they're in a trust. And so those make it a little bit more challenging to conversate with, just because, hi, good morning. I was hoping to speak with Richard.
Who's that?
Good morning, sir. My name is Carolyn Castillo. We were reaching out regarding a pending probate case your family has in Hillsborough County. Sir, we wanted to inquire if your family might be considering selling the property that's in the estate.
We're not sure yet.
Okay, yeah,
We're not sure yet.
yeah, I understand that. Most families, pretty much the same way, when you first file through probate. We're a real estate company that works with families that inherit property, either through probate or trust. So we see you just recently filed, so we wanted to reach out and introduce ourselves. I know you're not 100% thinking about it right now, but if you guys were to sell, do you think you'd be looking for a cash offer or planning to list it on the market?
Um, I have no idea really. I gotta talk to my brothers, but it all depends on maybe listed on the market, I guess.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, we can help you either way. Some families, want to maximize the value or are looking for a quick sale. My records indicate the property is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1,400 square feet. Is that about right? Okay. And are you aware of any recent updates to the home or any repairs that the home may need that would affect the value?
I have no idea.
Okay, okay, that's okay. So what we would like to do is, as I mentioned, we work with families that recently inherit. We'll send you out our information, letting you know what your options are of actually selling the property while you're going through the probate process. What's a good email address for you? Damn, he hung up. Damn, we were so close, kids. What happened, Richard? I thought we were friends. We'll try him again. We'll try him again, but he got cold feet. What happened, Richard? I thought you were my friend.
Leave a message, I'll call you back. At the tone, please.
Aw, Richard dissed me. Gosh darn it, I was so close. It's coming right around the corner. I can feel it. Let's do this. You know, guys, the reality is,
This is Mary Claire.
hi, Mary Claire.
Hello?
Yes, my name is Carolyn Castillo. We were reaching out regarding
Hi.
yes, hi. We were reaching out regarding a pending probate case your family has in Hillsborough County.
Uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am. We wanted to inquire if your family might be considering selling the property that's in the estate.
No, I'm gonna rent the property, so no. I'm gonna buy my siblings out and rent the property.
Oh, okay, excellent. Do you think possibly after probate's finalized, you guys may consider, the sales option, or you definitely going to be buying them out? Okay.
I'm gonna keep it in the family. Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking our call. Have a nice day.
Yep.
Okay. Bye. A no means no. A no means no. A no means no. We're looking for people that want to sell, that want information, that need help. That's who I'm looking for. And I would be lying to you if I told you that every single time I cold call, I get a deal. I'll be lying to you. I'll be straight lying to you because that's the game, right? Is sometimes we do this and we don't book the appointment. Does it mean that it doesn't work? No, it doesn't. But when you're calling people, it's random, right? Are any of these people expecting my call right now? No, they're not, right? So they could be on the toilet, they could be in school, they could be at work, they could have their phone. Like literally, sometimes I leave my phone here, I walk to the kitchen. By the time I came back, I missed somebody's call, right? So that can happen, right? Let's call this list.
Simply hang up your phone now.
So it happens, guys. It happens.
On the screen and follow the prompts for the call wizard.
Okay, this is like a baby list, so let me call it. Literally has 6 people on this list. So let me give it a whirl. So yeah, but how many, so I think I was starting to tell you guys. Yes, good morning. I was hoping to speak with Danny. Danny Baudier.
I don't know what his name is.
Okay. I'm sorry, ma'am. I think I have the wrong number. Um, so last week, so on Tuesdays, I get together. Hi.
You have reached Beverly Curry of Absolute Real.
Oh, Absolute Realty. Uh, last week, so every Tuesday I get together with my group, and last Tuesday to do cold calls together. And last Tuesday in the cold calling session, we booked 12 appointments. Good morning. I was hoping to speak with Elaine.
Return your call. Thank you.
Oh, it was a voicemail. We booked 12 consultations together.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. I was hoping to speak with Roxy.
Wrong number.
Okay, thank you. 12 appointments collectively as a group, okay? And this is from, different realtors
Has been forwarded to voicemail.
from all over different markets. So when you've done it, like for me, I've been a cold caller literally my entire career pretty much, you know that it 100% works, but is there days
Been forwarded to an automated.
is there
voice
days that
message.
you make calls and you don't get an appointment? Absolutely. Is there weeks that you call and you don't make an appointment? Absolutely, right? But that's anything in business. Anything in business is like that. Is there days when you post stuff on social media and not even one person likes it? Yes, right? Is there times when you send out mailers and you don't get one call back from that set of letters that you sent out, right? Do you go to networking events and you make no connections? All of those things happen. So why do we think that cold calling is any different, right? So what matters is that you show up, you do your best, and you stay consistent. So you got on today for an hour, you get on tomorrow for an hour, you get on the next day for an hour, and I guarantee you, when you keep doing the thing and you stay consistent, 150%, you're gonna hit it. You're gonna hit it. And especially in probate, people need our services, right? The people that need to sell. We haven't found that person yet this morning. You're trying to you're trying to buy a house? You said I'm working with in a surplus funds right now, and it's been like a month since I closed a deal, and it's frustrating. So what are you trying to say? You got a lot of money that you're trying to spend? Is that what you're saying, Brittany, off Florida? I can help you spend it. Clarify what you're looking for, what you're trying to say. And we're gonna keep hitting this list. I got a couple more dials to be made here. I'm hoping to pop one live with you guys. That's my goal. That is my goal. That's what I'm believing in. Starting the Monday off in the right direction. Monday, money, Monday.
Your calling session is now
Yeah,
complete.
that was a super short list.
Call based on your call settings and advanced filters. To log out of the dialer, simply hang up your phone now. To start a new session, please press the OK button on your screen and follow the prompts to the call wizard.
Oh, hold on. I gotta change my line here. Okay. Okay. Let's see if people are still with me. Surplus of funds in another industry. Girl, you got me confused. I don't know what you're talking about over there. Surplus of funds in another industry. Hmm. All right, we still got some people on here. Carlos is probably getting into his final stretch of his workout. If he's still here, let's go. Uh, all right, let's try one more list. What do you say, guys? We're gonna give it the Girl Scout go. We're gonna try one more list and see if we can hit it big. Okay. And I believe we can. I surely do. I surely do believe. At the beginning, you do it just out of faith, but then you become a believer when you've done it 100 times. And I just realized today is President's Day. That's right.
Phone phone, please enter your PIN number. Your PIN number can be found in the dialing box on your screen. You are now logged into the Mojo dialer. Please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
It's President's Day out here. Do you call leads that are on the DNC? Um, I just call through. Yeah, I just call through. I don't, I don't do any additional checks. I just pull the leads for the week and I just skip trace the numbers and I just call. Um,
Yeah. The person you're trying to reach is
the way that it's worked for me is I don't harass people. Like I told you, I'm looking for people that want to sell people that want to work with me. If you tell me no, to me, no means no. So I'm not calling you again. I'm not harassing anybody. Hi, good morning. I was hoping to speak with William. Come on, William. Um, and if somebody tells me, do you know I'm on the do not call list or something like that? Then I'll say, oh, okay, I'm sorry about that, ma'am. Let me go ahead and update that immediately, and I don't argue with them, fight with them, you know. Usually, that just works. You got to remember, like, we're calling people to provide them with information, to provide them with value, right? We're not calling to, convince them of anything, you know. We're literally calling them to say, hey, like most families that go through probate, don't even know that this service is out there. Their attorney only tells them so much.
I'm sorry, I can't take your call right now.
Their attorney only tells them so much. And then most of the times, what I find from the attorneys is that they barely even talk to them about the real estate, because the attorney's objective is to just transfer the property from the decedent's name over to the beneficiaries. Good morning. I was hoping to speak with Linda.
Who's calling?
This is Carolyn Castillo, sir. We were reaching out regarding a pending probate case the family has in St. Johns County.
Say it again.
Sir, we were calling in regards to the probate case in St. Johns County for the estate of Frank Matzik.
You know anything about a probate case? Yeah. No, I don't know about that.
Okay, this is in regards to the estate of Frank Matzik.
Don't know who that is either.
Okay, all right, sir. Appreciate it. Have a nice day. Ain't know nothing about no probate. Um, what was I talking about? Uh, shoot, forgot. I got caught calling the DNC, got grilled with questions from my broker lawyer on the phone, and now I'm scared to call, but I think I'll risk it again. Oh my gosh, that is scary. Um, yeah. Yeah. I've only known one person in my career, being around other cold callers a lot. I only know one person personally that actually got, hi, good morning. I was hoping to
Leave your message for please.
that actually got the lawsuit or whatnot, and it is a $10,000 fine, fee. The violation is it's basically a $10,000 smack on the hand, you know what I mean? Um, Now I will tell you, this individual was one of those like super aggressive, like he would be the type of guy that would get in an argument with a for sale by owner. Okay. Like he had that like competitive, combative like attitude. I'm more like a drop of water rolling down your back.
Has been forwarded to voicemail.
Like I like if a rock pops up, like an angry person pops up, I just kind of like like I don't like when a rock pops up, I don't rise up like, what'd you say to me? So if you have that in you, I think that you're gonna piss people off, and then people, and then like if I hear somebody that sounds like sketchy, you know what I mean, like they're like, well, yeah, and who are you, and what's your company name, and what's your address, and what's your information, like they sound very like they're writing all your stuff down. then I'll just be like, oh, I'm sorry. I think I actually called the wrong number. Thank you so much. And I'll just like get out of Dodge, like I avoid it. Like I walk away from it. Because I've had so many of these calls that most people, they're just like, they just answer my questions and go with the flow. Then the people that are like being very like, no, say your name again, ma'am. Say your name. What's your name? I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry. I think I have the wrong number. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Like I don't want nothing to do with that. So I think also having wisdom, when you make the calls. Um, but I'd be curious to see how many of the probate leads are actually. Good morning. I was hoping to speak with Jean.
This is Mike.
Oh, okay, Mike. We were hoping to speak with Jean Boone in regards to the estate of Reba Larbich.
In regards to what now?
The estate of Reba Larbich.
I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Uh,
Oh, no, nothing about that. Ah. Let's go, Carlos, on the treadmill, getting it in. He says, yeah, I did not even speak to the prospect. I left a voicemail and they reported me for calling them. Wow.
Your message for 61274 3.
That is not cool at all. But yeah, well,
Forwarded to an automatic voice message.
that's not why I don't leave voicemails. However, I can add that to my list, right? Like I don't leave voicemails. It's a common debate in the cold calling circles. Me and my group were always debating that. Some people, hi, I was hoping to speak
Please
with.
leave your message for.
So we actually just spoke about this last week. And so this one gentleman that's been leaving messages, because I told him, if you're gonna leave a message, if your heart is like, I gotta leave a message,
Oh, we're England Volkers. I can't come to
then leave one message the first time you call, but then don't leave any messages after that, because that's where you look like
name and reason for calling.
you made your purpose known, like you left the message, this is why I'm calling. And instead of just waiting for them to call you back, now they know your caller ID, they know who you are, she left the message, and now you're calling, 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 calling. So I think that's where, for me, I don't like that. I just prefer to like,
The name and reason for calling.
I prefer to just like catch you when I catch you kind of thing. But so he has been doing it for a little while now, and he said out of the couple of callbacks that he got, he says there was more people that reached out to him through text, primarily through text, and said, "Don't call me, again, not interested or don't want to sell or whatever." So you can kind of look at that two ways, right?
The message because
Is one, hey, maybe they are sharing their interest, their honest interest, that they don't want. Someone just said, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Um, and some people do see that as basically you're basically putting yourself out there to then say, well, if somebody tells you not to call again, then you're not going to call them again. But if they say,
well to take your
but if you
call.
don't leave the message, then nobody told you not to call. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get out of my mouth. So, hi, good
Please
morning.
leave your message for. It's Taylor Manning.
This is me. Well, I think everybody out is out on President's Day living it up. In the name of Jesus, blessed and highly favored. Um, blessed and highly favored. Not cool. All right, guys, we're believing in the best. But we only got how many more? All right, this is my last list, so thanks for hanging with me. Let's see if we get it. We've been on the dialer for 1 hour and 1 minute. 1 hour and 1 minute. We've gotten 10 contacts. Not the worst contact ratio ever, right? Um, we've had 68 dials. We've had 68 dials and 68 dials and we've had 10 contacts. And we had one lady that told us she wanted a cash offer, and we had two people that said yes, they did want to sell after probate. We went into the conversation with them and then they hung up. So that didn't work out. Okay, let's see. On the treadmill, let's do it. I have a scenario. Yes, good morning. I was hoping to speak with Richard. Oh, hi, Richard. My name is Carolyn Castillo. We were reaching out regarding a pending probate case your family has here in Duval County. Yes, sir. We wanted to inquire if the family might be considering selling the property that's in the estate.
We are considering, but there's other plans. We're not decided really whether to rent it out or sell it.
Okay, okay, yeah, that.
The family's still discussing it.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, we're I was just gonna mention we're a real estate company here locally in Jacksonville that works with families that inherit property either through probate or trust and help to basically kind of evaluate some of those options as far as what it would look like for selling it on the market or a cash offer, and then what it would also look like if you were to rent it out to provide you the information of kind of when you're going through that decision process. Um, I show here, my records indicate that the property is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Is that right? Is it a 3 bedroom, 2 bath with a one?
It was damaged. There was an accident, and two of the bedrooms got hit in the bathroom. But the insurance company paid for it, and those were all redone and remodeled, and they're in like new condition.
Oh,
So
awesome.
nobody's ever slept in them, and nobody's ever used that bathroom. And then he passed away. My brother did,
Mm-hmm.
and he never got to see that the finished product. So we had to handle the the inspector to come through and inspect the house. And but other than that, everything, the kitchen and one of the master bedroom need a little bit of work. Other than that, the house is in good condition.
Okay, okay, perfect. And then what I do like to do is set up for you a free consultation. Like I said, is we'll actually provide you with a CMA of what the property would sell for, what it would look like, with the beneficiaries as far as the net proceeds after the sale, and then what your family would also be able to rent it for and some of the best practices as far as, renting a property, with other beneficiaries as well. What's a good email address I can send you out our information?
It would be RG.
Okay, perfect. And is this a number I can actually text you on? Okay, okay, excellent. And then would you actually be available tomorrow, like at 9 a.m., and we can set up that quick call for you? It takes about 15 minutes to review the information, and then we'll. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Friday's perfect. Do you want to do Friday at 10 a.m.? Okay. So I'll put it in and we're on Eastern time. So 10 a.m. would be your time, I guess. Yeah, would that work? Yeah, would that work for you? Are you Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll send you an email with the appointment confirmation, and then we'll go ahead and do the research for you, discuss it with you on Friday, and provide that information, for your family members, and then we'll take it from there and see if we might be able to help you guys. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do the research. Yeah, as of now, I'm gonna do the research based off of just the property size, bedroom, bath, and the condition, that you stated. And then that'll give us kind of a rough idea. And then depending on, what your family's decisions are and how to move forward, we'll also discuss with you what your options are of getting things going while you're still in probate. So it looks like they just filed it, this month or last week. So we'll be able to review that with you as well, and then, go from there and take next steps. Okay. Okay, that's great. So I'll talk to you then on Friday. All right. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. I knew it. Woo! Woo! I knew we were going to do it together, guys. I knew we were going to do it. We booked the appointment. And guess what? Did you hear that guy? Did you guys hear that guy? Was he mean? Was he trying to get off the phone with me? No, he was like, wow, that would be great. That's what we're trying to figure out right now, whether to rent it or whether to sell it. I'm in Texas right now, so it's been really difficult. I have my day off at work because I tried to book him for tomorrow morning. And he was like, well, my day off of work is Friday, so I'd be much better to talk with you then. Can you do it Friday? Sure, I could do it Friday, right? And so now this guy's excited to speak with me, and his family wants help, right? That's the person I'm looking for. So, guys, we did it. In the name of Jesus, we did it. Okay. Yeah, he sounded cool, right? He was like, man, thank you so much. I'd really appreciate that. Those are the kind of people I'm looking to work with, okay? I'm not looking to convince or persuade somebody, but looking for the people that are like have their hand up. Yes, that'd be great, Carolyn. We're trying to figure something out. Now, granted, I am going to entertain the conversation with him about renting the property, but you and me and all of us know here that renting a property with your brothers and sisters is typically not a good idea, right? So I'll break down the facts for him, show him, how much the taxes are going to go up, how much the insurance is, like how much these are actually renting for. Got to get a property manager because you're definitely not local, right? So but we have to be willing to entertain the conversation. And I've done that with a lot of families that say, yeah, we're thinking about renting it, and then showing them what it looks like to rent, what it looks like to sell, and 9 times out of 10, they want to move forward with selling it. Woohoo, I'm excited about that. Let me just put some notes in here, and then I want to answer Carlos's question that he put in the chat. So let me just go ahead and put these notes in real quick, guys. I'm so happy. I knew that we were gonna do it. You know that? I knew it. It was just a matter of time for us to get to it. And at the end of the day, think about it. We were on the phone for 1 hour. Right now it says we were on the phone, my magical number, 1 hour and 11 minutes. Okay? 1 hour and 11 minutes. And we booked an appointment. And more than likely, that guy's going to be like, yeah, we need your help, Carolyn. We want to sell. Let's see. Texas. Okay, let me save this for us. Let me schedule my appointment. Okay. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and save that. Wonderful. I'm so happy, guys. I was gonna tell you, hey, it happens, but you know what? We did it. We did it. We did it. So Carlos says he has a situation. He connected a husband to a probate attorney because his name was not on the deed. Kids do not want to be involved in helping. What can I do? I offered to get involved. Um, Carlos, are you able to type in the chat? What is what does the husband want to do? Does the husband want to sell the property? So in Florida, you got to confirm how it goes down in California. But if it's a husband and wife and the children are from that husband and wife, then the way that the inheritance goes down is if husband and wife both have the same children, they created those children together, wife passes away, the house automatically goes to the husband, just automatic, right? But if those children were from her previous marriage, so husband and wife, but the wife had children from a previous marriage and then they got married, right? Then the children would be inheriting parties to her estate. And then you would have the husband. So it just kind of depends, I guess, on the family dynamic. And then it also depends on what do they want to do? You didn't put in there what they want to do. So I don't know if you're there, if you want to type in the chat. I want to also go ahead, guys, and do an announcement. So if you have not been to the Real Deal Talk or you're not signed up for the Real Deal Talk, please sign up and come out to the Real Deal Talk. It is a free probate real estate meetup, okay? And we talk about all things probate. We're always having a different topic, different conversations. It's a networking time where you can get your questions answered and we can talk live Q&A. It's done on Zoom. So that's happening tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And if you're watching this live and saying, Carolyn, you're the real deal. I want to cold call like you. I want to do probate in my market, don't hesitate. Book a call with me. Let's get on a one-on-one together and I can share with you how I mentor agents to do this in your market so you don't have to go through years of trying to figure it out like I did. You can just come in, step on my foundation, and you can just go straight to the top. Okay. This is what I'm really enjoying at my stage in my career now is helping others succeed at probate real estate. And then we also have at the end of the month on Wednesday, the last Wednesday of the month, I host a probate master class. So this is a 4 hour class with yours truly that we do all basically the entire business from beginning to end, everything you need to know on how to get the leads, how to convert the leads, how to do your sales process. And I actually break down 2 case studies where we go over the listing paperwork, the attorney conversation, how much I charged, how I fix up the house, what it was like working with the family. We listen to the cold calls, the phone consultations to really give you guys behind the scenes of what it looks like to do this in real life. Okay. So if you want to make probate a part of your lead generation activities for 2026 and you want to get into this business, get connected. Come to the Real Deal Talk, book an appointment with me, or join me in a live training for 4 hours at the end of the month. Okay. You're there, I'm going to be there. All right, guys. So thank you so much. This was so fun. I'm so happy we booked the appointment all the way to the end. All the way to the end. We took it and we booked it. So thank you guys for being here live. And I'll see you on the next one. And I hope to see you at the Real Deal Talk. Talk to you later.